So, layoffs are happening everywhere. In 2023, as we all know, has been the year of recession worldwide. So, if you're afraid that layoffs are on the horizon, or if you have been recently laid off, you might be really worried and asking yourself that, what do I do now? I totally understand and relate to the fact that how hard layoffs can be. It does take a lot of serious toll on one's financial and emotional well being. So, in today's video, I will be sharing with you the proven strategies that have helped thousands of people navigate the layoff situation, including myself, and to bounce back from this challenging situation. This is truly a reference video, and I hope you will bookmark this, go back to any section you need to, and if helpful, take notes. Now, before I get started, I would like to point out that job loss is a very common and almost often an inevitable part of the working world. It's an event that most of us will face at some point of time in our careers. And while it can be a difficult situation, but it's also an opportunity to reinvent your career, take charge of your finances, and come back stronger than ever. In my personal experience, it's actually the best tool to help you become a better professional. So this is part 2 of this series. I have made part 1 where I have spoken that how you can actually avoid getting laid off at first place. But this video is specifically that just in case you have been laid off or the layoff is across the corner, then what are the steps that you can take to actually bounce back from the situation? Hi everyone, my name is Parul and welcome back to my channel Ask Parul. Ask stands for Always Seek Knowledge, and in this channel, I focus on sharing my knowledge on getting professional growth, helping people gain financial security and personal development to help and inspire people to live a well rounded, balanced, and successful life. Three topic resonate with you, then do subscribe to my channel. Look into the 3 playlist of my channel for other useful videos. You can also reach out to me one on one for a consultation. The details are given in my description link below. So let's dive in. So, firstly, you may want to understand and negotiate on your benefits, including the severance package. So, just like when you're hired, a layoff often comes with benefits, including something we call as a severance package. It typically contains what you will be paid for, how long you will be paid, and also, if your employer is willing to offer you that severance package, you might be able to negotiate on its terms and conditions on things such as how long you will be paid, what will be the compensation, will you be compensated for the unused vacation days, will you have access to career resources, etc., etc. So you may really want to understand and negotiate on those benefits. The second thing that you may want to do is to maintain key relationships. Now, I do understand that you might be going through an emotional process, but it's also very, very important to be more rational in this situation rather than being a lot more emotional. So, do try to maintain good, meaningful relationships with your former manager and colleagues. Why? Because your next opportunity could land from people you might already know. And before your last day, ask your former manager to be a reference if required. Ask your colleagues to stay in touch on LinkedIn. They might be able to help you in your next opportunity. Do take necessary backup of important projects that can help you in your job search, and do keep your social media posts very positive. Now, next we come about is that how do we get through the next few days after getting laid off? Now, the next few days after you've been laid off can actually be very hard and can be emotionally overwhelming. So, first and foremost, give yourself some time and space to process the situation, reflect on it, understand what actually went wrong, come to terms with the fact that you have lost your job. It's natural to feel a mix of emotions, but remember that it's not the end of the world and you will eventually overcome it. Use this time to reflect on your career goals, your passions, and what you truly want from your next move. Do you want to continue in the same industry or do you want to switch industry? Do you want to pursue further studies? Or do you want to take out time for setting up your own business? Without doing the necessary internal work, you would be all over your place and you would actually end up wasting a lot of time. So it's very important that you create a structure and also have a routine for yourself. Ensure that your start time and the end time is the same as your typical work day will look like. Have realistic timelines for what your goals are for next few weeks and for next few months. Break down your goals and targets into weekly or daily achievable targets, but also ensure that you don't overburn yourself. Remember that job search can be extremely exhausting process, so do ensure that you take breaks at regular interval. Take out time to rejuvenate yourself so that you can bounce back from the situation in a much more positive frame of mind. Gives yourself some financial and emotional grace. How? Understand the benefits by contacting the state's unemployment office. Also, create a personal budget for yourself. See where you can cut on your unnecessary expenses so that you don't have to fully rely on the severance package. Next, you may really want to update your resume and your LinkedIn profile. Now, it's important that you now become serious about this job search and first of all, go and start updating your resume, your LinkedIn profile to showcase your most recent accomplishments and skills. Make sure to highlight your achievements and tailor your resume to the industry or the job that you are targeting for. And don't forget to ask for recommendations from your former colleagues, your customers, or your managers on LinkedIn. Next, you also want to do a lot of networking and reach out to as many contacts as possible. I have time and again said that networking is extremely crucial, not just after you've been laid off, but it should be a normal process of your professional networking. So, networking during the crucial time of looking for the job search is so once you have set a good working rhythm for yourself, start aggressively applying for jobs. Leverage platforms like LinkedIn or Seek. Prioritize the jobs that need immediate joiners, but also don't be in a desperate situation to join any job. I truly understand that you want to go back to work as soon as possible, but it's more important that whatever you choose next is actually the right fit for you. Start calling out recruiters. Be as proactive as possible. Start lining up interviews for yourself. Give as many interviews as you can because, in my personal experience, interviews are the best way to refresh your skill set and also to test your skill set. Be positive and be persistent. I truly understand that job search can be extremely exhausting. It's normal to face rejections from time to time, but don't let it discourage you. Keep refining your approach. Always ask for feedback if you can from the recruiter, and do ensure that you have a fallback plan in place. Keep learning from your experiences and do believe in yourself. Your resilience and determination will eventually land you into the right opportunity. Now we come to a very, very important question that how do we answer during the interviews that why I was laid off? Now the answer totally depends on you, but my personal recommendation is to not actually bring up this topic yourself unless you have been asked specifically. Even if you were to answer that why you have left your previous job, I would suggest that keep the answer very brief and simple. Some of the possible answers could be that the company's strategic vision had changed and it no longer aligned to my career goals. If you are moving to the new industry, you can say that I was looking to upskill myself and hence I wanted to take a break to move into this new industry. Keep the answer as brief as possible with major focus on your skills and experience rather than what exactly happened. And also focus more on that what you have learned from that actual experience and how that experience has actually improved your emotional intelligence, how that will help you in your new role, and how that aligns to your new job. So rather than dwelling too much in the past and avoid saying the negative things about your past employer, keep it very brief, positive, focusing on yourself. So, I hope with these steps you would be able to land into a new job and congratulate yourself that you have done it. You've landed into a new job. You definitely deserve kudos for sailing through this difficult time. All the best for your new role and do watch my previous video where I have spoken about how to navigate the first 6 months into the new job role so that you don't have a difficult time again. Till the time I see you the next time, goodbye.